Delegation to India. Your visit marks an important step in advancing our ties and affirming the enduring friendship between India and Afghanistan.
Why recognizing the Taliban is tricky for India? A diplomatic dance in Delhi. It was a scene laden with quiet symbolism. On one side, India's seasoned External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar. On the other, Amir Khan Muttaqi, the acting Foreign Minister of Afghanistan and a high-ranking representative of the Taliban regime. Their meeting at Hyderabad House in New Delhi marks a pivotal moment. India has decided to upgrade its technical mission in Kabul to a full-fledged embassy.
Well, I think it is a good thing that we have agreed to a visit by the Foreign Minister of Taliban, because diplomacy means getting engaged with those who are in power. You know, we may have differences. We may have differences about the way they are treating women, for example. Taliban in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, it's very bad. But the correct thing to do is to engage, and during the engagement and tell them, listen, the way you are treating women is not correct.
It's a move that signals diplomatic intent, but also a certain discomfort. Because what New Delhi hasn't done yet is formally recognize the Taliban government. So why does this matter, and why is it so complicated? This is not just another bilateral visit. It's a geopolitical chess move, one with consequences far beyond the ceremonial handshakes. From technical teams to embassies, what's changed? In August 2021, when the Taliban swept into Kabul and the Ashraf Ghani government fell, India, like much of the world, went into diplomatic retreat. Embassies shut. Consulates closed. New Delhi withdrew its entire staff and installed a technical team to oversee humanitarian aid and limited engagement. But slowly the ice began to melt. Today, that very technical mission is being upgraded to embassy status. So what's changed? For one, India has seen that the Taliban is here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future. And second, Afghanistan needs friends. The Taliban may still be internationally isolated, but India has seized the opportunity to build bridges, offering aid, medical equipment, food relief, and even ambulances. In return, the Taliban has reassured India. Afghan soil will not be used for terrorism against it. It's a transactional rapport wrapped in humanitarian cloth, and it's gaining traction. Friend or foe? The security and strategic dilemma. Still, official recognition remains a red line. Why? Because legitimacy is not a diplomatic technicality. It's a moral and strategic declaration. The Taliban has been accused of crushing women's rights, silencing dissent, and reinstating medieval laws. India, on the global stage, has consistently stood for pluralism, secularism, and democratic values. To recognize the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan would be to endorse a regime whose practices clash with these very ideals. There's also the matter of terror. India's security establishment continues to track links between the Taliban and Pakistan-based terror groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba.
We also talked about security concerns and had detailed discussions on this end. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, just as it has proven over the course of the last 4 years that the territory of Afghanistan would not be used against others, it remains committed to that policy, that the territory of Afghanistan has not threatened, has not been used to threaten or harm others.
Though Muttaqi has repeatedly claimed Afghan soil won't be used against India, skepticism runs deep in Delhi's corridors of power. And let's not forget, Afghanistan is also a theater for larger regional games. From China's quiet moves to Pakistan's volatile relations to the US's recalibrated disengagement. India, thus, walks a tightrope, one foot in pragmatism, the other in principle. A war of optics and interests. Yet, despite the lack of formal recognition, the optics of Muttaqi's visit were hard to ignore. He was accorded full diplomatic honors, welcomed at Hyderabad House, cleared by the UN for travel despite a ban, and accompanied by a 5-member delegation. His itinerary? A diplomatic blend of symbolism and outreach. Visits to the Taj Mahal, the Darul Uloom Deoband Seminary, medical checkups, business meetings, and interactions with the Afghan diaspora in India. He even praised India's humanitarian role, especially during the recent Afghan earthquake when India was the first to send assistance. On the other side, Jaishankar didn't hold back either. He spoke of Afghanistan's sovereignty and India's long-standing partnership with its people. The gestures were warm, but carefully calculated. Because here's the catch. While the Taliban wants India to formally accept it as the legitimate government, New Delhi still wants to wait and watch. Recognition deferred, a strategy or a stalemate? India's position is clear. It will not jump ahead of the global consensus. So far, no major democratic power has recognized the Taliban. Not the US, not the EU, and certainly not the United Nations. Only Russia has made direct moves, driven more by strategic necessity than ideological alignment. India is not ready to be the outlier, but this doesn't mean inaction. Experts believe India is pursuing a policy of slow engagement. It's about building influence without granting legitimacy, keeping communication open without ceding political ground. Former Indian Ambassador Gautam Mukhopadhyay calls it a convergence of security interests, even if it comes at the cost of certain values. Others, like Afghanistan's former foreign minister, Rangan Dadfar-Spanta, are more critical. He warns that India's outreach is less about regional peace and more about countering Pakistan. Maybe both are true. Maybe this is what diplomacy looks like in a post-American Afghanistan. Shades of gray, strategic ambiguity, and a careful recalibration of what it means to be a friend. For India, recognizing the Taliban isn't just a diplomatic move. It's a signal to the world, a recognition of power, but also perhaps a compromise of principle. So for now, the embassy is open, the meetings continue, the aid flows. But the handshake is still tentative. Because in the world of diplomacy, sometimes not recognizing someone is the loudest message you can send.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy, and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, for India, and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust Moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.